Welcome back to all my friends here at Quest for You. This is episode 351. Thank you for listening. I'm grateful for every one of you, and also want to say thank you for the notes that you are starting to send me. I've been receiving several lately telling me how much this podcast helps you, and I really appreciate it. If you have the time, I would love for your comments to show up on Apple's podcast website under reviews. This helps me with the rankings of my show. The higher the ranking means people can find it easier. Because unless you search specifically for Quest for You on Apple, my podcast doesn't show up. And your review will help with that. So thank you ahead of time. I've been thinking lately about effort. I think I told you that I am super busy these days. I've taken on another project that I may have already mentioned to you. Through this podcast, you know a lot about my life, more than most of my closest friends. You know I exercise and eat healthy, and love to use exercise examples to illustrate my points. You know about my latest hobby and passion for mountain climbing, my pursuit to become a better speaker, and I shared a little bit about my work, my routines, my friends, and even my upbringing. With all this busyness lately, I've been thinking about effort. Am I exerting effort? Or am I just busy? The panic zone comes to mind, which my friend Laura mentioned in her blog post that I shared with you last week. Sometimes it can appear that we exert effort, but we're really just busy chasing. When I looked at my activities, I asked myself, am I just getting things done and checked off? Or am I conscious about them, actively thinking and engaging with the task? It's a question of intent, and I started to use it as a thermometer. Certainly, sometimes stuff just needs to get done. But the big tasks in my life, those I asked you to commit to in episode 347, they should not be done on autopilot. There should be effort exerted in achieving them. I'll give you an example that's very important to me. I am constantly working on my diet. Nutrition is critical for me, but no matter how much I try, I have my failures. I have a strict plan of macronutrients that I try to stick to, but every day is a battle. You see, we have snacks around the office, and they call my name all afternoon long. I bring all my food to work, yet I get tempted by the snacks. And I have come up with all sorts of excuses as to why I can have them. And even when I skip a meal that I prepared at home, my balance of macros is usually off. The goal is to eat my meals, my own meals. Very simple. Yet I have been working on this for years. As I thought about this concept of exerting effort, this battle came to mind. I exert a lot of effort with my workouts. I even have a trainer. I work out a lot, and my body does show it. But I don't have the results I should be having because I cannot tune in my diet 100%. I'm putting in effort, preparing my meals every Sunday. I put everything together each night. I prep my smoothies in the morning. It's so much work, but yet I'm only going through the motions. I got the food prep down, no doubt, but I'm not exerting effort in the one area that trips me up, and that's eating. Specifically, not eating my meals and instead eating other stuff. Now you may think by now that I am really too hard on myself and that I should be having a snack from time to time. But this is a very specific goal I have. It may not seem reasonable to you. You may see me and think that I look fine. Again, I have not reached the goals in regard to weight and fat loss that I not only want, but that I also should have after all the work I've put in. And my trainer agrees. The problem is lack of effort. Just because I dedicate a lot of time to exercising and nutrition doesn't mean I'm actually exerting effort. Remember my trigger question from earlier? Is there intent? Am I consciously engaged with my goal? When it comes to my food, the answer is only half-heartedly. As soon as it gets difficult, I trip and I look for the easy way. I revert back to my comfort zone. When you ask yourself this question for your goals and your commitments, those that matter to you, and you cannot answer them with a full and loud yes, then you need to find out why. Results speak for themselves. If you don't have the outcomes to demonstrate your effort, then somewhere you're missing something. I did. I asked the question and I realized I'm missing something very crucial. My food intake is not on point with my trainer's recommendations. And the problem lies in the snacks that I squeeze in here and there. Listening to my mind telling me I should have a snack is not exerting effort. It's called being lazy. Effort means attempting. It means trying to change an existing state or solve a problem. If I'm eating snacks every day, I have not changed anything. Now, if I still don't show any progress, even though I am on point with everything, then the problem could lie elsewhere. Maybe I'm eating too many calories. My trainer will help me evaluate that. He's the one who set the plan. But without sticking to the plan, it's hard to know where the issue is. Are you on plan? Are you putting in all the possible effort required to make your goal a success? If you don't, then please know that you are becoming vulnerable. Vulnerable to other people. Those that try to tell you that you are good enough. Recall our episode on this topic, 342? You begin to lower your standards. And when you do that, you lose sight of your goal. People in my office tell me all the time, Janine, you're fine. You look great. You deserve a snack. Remember, they don't know my goal. And they are not in charge. Lack of effort turns into laziness. It turns into packaged foods, granola bars, and protein bars that are really not nutritious and have a lot of calories. And when we begin to look for ways to get out of doing the hard work, then we become a magnet for quick fixes. And the magic bullets are everywhere. There are the fat burners and the supplements. There are 30 days to fluency in a certain language. Really? How do they know how often I'm going to practice? So if I don't do anything for 30 days, will I still be fluent? We become vulnerable to our own excuses. Remember, our brain doesn't like newness. It seeks comfort, so it will always talk us into going back to what we did yesterday. Effort will fight our old habits. It will resist the same old urges. Effort is key to advancing. Effort also gets us through discomfort. Most of our problems go back to an unwillingness to exert effort. Effort is intentional. It's conscious and involves working with the brain to solve a problem. Ordering fat loss supplements is the easy way out. Seeking a magic diet to speed up weight loss is also. Effort is hard work. If you're just busy buying stuff, reading articles online, and excusing your way through, then you are not exerting effort. Effort doesn't mean it has to hurt. It just has to be intentional. And effort makes you proud. When I wake up in the morning, quite often, the first thing I do is I think of yesterday. Was I successful with my goals? And I know when I was, because a feeling of pride and accomplishment surges through my body. When I resisted the snacks in the office, I sit in my car and feel really good about myself. Effort is long-term. Shortcuts are, well, short-lived, pleasure in the moment, but without long-term gains. Effort is key in reaching the next level. Maybe you are reflecting on your 2018 goals that you have not accomplished, or you're thinking about new ones to set. Take effort into consideration. Difficult goals require lots of effort. I've been on this diet and exercise journey for years, and I have learned a lot along the way. So don't give up with whatever you're working on. Simply reflect on the amount of effort you are exerting and see if there is more you can do. Often we think we are doing everything possible, when in fact there are always loopholes. That makes the journey of growth so interesting. Some things come easy and others don't. For the harder ones, we need to be willing to put in the work. And I wish you success with your goals. And I will keep you posted on my progress as well, even my snack journey. But In the coming episodes, we'll talk more about goals, so stay tuned. I will hopefully change your perspective on goals and also help you with tools and ideas to get them accomplished. Until then, my friends, exert effort, try your best. You know it when it hurts a little bit. Then you know you are exerting effort. Trying to resist those snacks in the office every day, it's hard work. It's battling with myself. But that's how I know that it's worth it. Much love.